Hi guys, I'm here today to talk a little bit about caregiver contact forms. I know in the past we've done these a couple of times so far this year. We've had a little bit of confusion. So today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to make it more manageable and the reason why we're doing these anyway. So let's talk about that. Why on earth are we doing these things? Well, it's all about our goal 3 in building relationships. Nothing builds a relationship better than having a conversation. And that's what we want to encourage you to do with your families and building that bridge between home and school for your students. So calling and contacting obviously builds trust, but it's really about that specific feedback and how it feels so good. So for example, a lot of times I will give a big blanket positive statement in the Cub Hub like, hey, everyone did a great job during their mini lessons this week. They were right on par and the learning targets were awesome. That feels good. But you know what feels even better is if Dr. Kane himself emailed you directly or called you and said, hey, I was in your classroom today and your mini lesson was perfect. It was textbook accurate. That would feel way better. So we want to do that same thing with our parents. We do a lot of complimenting the students in our newsletters and even just sending work feedback home. But that phone call or that specific email about a specific positive thing about their child feels way better. So we want our parents to feel that too. What are you even required to do? So there's really not many requirements about how you're going to respond to parents. All you need to do is contact struggling students at mid-quarter and return parent communication within 24 hours. Pretty easy. I know you guys are all doing those things. Here's what you do not have to do. You do not have to do mid-quarter reports. Those are not something that the district requires anymore. I know there are a lot of grade levels and teachers who do still give mid-quarter report. That's fine. I wanted you to know. You sure don't have to. You also do not have to contact all parents. Okay, I would love for you to, that's the goal. But if you can't get to them, that's fine. Just make sure that you're doing the best you can with that. You also do not have to give mid-quarter reports and call a parent. That's actually contacting them twice. So if you're one of those teachers that really wants to get the mid-quarter reports, put that down as a note in your parent contact form, and that will suffice your conversation. It's really a one-way conversation, so it's not the best, but it is a conversation. So if you're going to call the parent, you don't have to give them a mid-quarter report. Don't do both. Just do one or the other. All right, so this is really all about how to make this manageable for you guys, okay? So one thing I would like to suggest is that you create a plan with your class. So divide and conquer. Use that sheet. So maybe only give a phone call to your amazing students and your struggling students, the ones that really need that specific feedback. Your mid-quarter reports, as we said before, can count as a note. And if you just called home, then count that, okay? If you just called home a couple weeks ago about a specific thing, that can count. Now, if it was a month ago, probably should make another phone call home. But if it was around the time that these are due, please count that. Don't feel like you have to call them again just to call them. Or you could even just send them an email and say, hey, everything okay since we talked? It's fine here at school. So just make it easy. It shouldn't be something you're stressed out to do. Here are my final thoughts, okay? This is important work and we are seeing the benefits. This is the first year that I have gotten zero, count them, zero parent complaints about teachers. The first year since I've been here and in all of my years of administration. I think that is directly due to the fact that you are calling home and building those relationships. Don't do something twice. Be nice to yourself. We covered that one already. Create that plan and don't stress. If you're not done by the due date, just turn in what you have. That's good data for me too, and it can help me revise my schedule of when these are due. I realized that when I was asking you to do these in October at mid-quarter, that was a really difficult time for us to contact parents for a lot of different reasons. So I'm probably not going to have them due at that time in the future. So if I get a whole bunch of blank ones and you just couldn't get to it, that's data too. I promise. I don't look at the names or anything. I just look to see how many conversations we're having with caregivers. And that kind of covered the last one. This is not a gotcha. I only look at the teacher names to make sure I have everyone's so that the data I'm collecting is complete. But I never look to see who's contacting who and who has the most. I don't care. I'm really just looking to see how our conversations are going. So please don't stress about these. Try the best you can. And remember to make a plan and contact your parents in a way that is manageable for you. Good luck. I can't wait to hear about your conversations. Bye.